Everyone in the service industry has a story, crazy customers, wild orders, and WTF moments. Do you want to start a tab? The podcast here to bring you those tales from behind the bar. My name is Carl, and I've been bartending for a fucking long time.
My name is Riley, and I bartended for a little bit.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Well, you bartend a lot more down here. Well,
Yes.
you used to.
I bartended today.
Today, yes. Let's just get into that. What did you bartend for us today?
I made a riff on your orchard spritz because I saw the St. George's spice pear liqueur up there, and I wanted that. But I didn't want to ask you what the specs were.
Well, we don't have two of the things that I normally make it. So that's all you're going to tell me before we try it?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I did not sweeten this at all.
Oh, I know you did not.
I fucked up.
Holy shit.
It needs a sweetener.
Okay.
Real bad.
So what else is in there?
Calvados,
Yeah.
St. George's, rye.
And there's no
bitters.
acid in there.
There's no acid in there. That's true.
So you're missing two components.
I fucked up. Can we fix it?
I don't know.
Pause.
Can you?
No, you fix it.
All right. We think we fixed it. We added some lemon juice, some demerara.
Oh, that's much more drinkable.
It'll do.
It's drinkable.
The Calvados is...
It definitely changes things.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. We know.
Yep.
I hope people don't think I'm just being an asshole to you. It's like, no, this is what we
That was real bad.
Yeah, well, yeah, that. It was really bad. But also, this is what we do.
Right.
Like, you make drinks and we fix it. I make drinks.
And you do the same thing.
And we do the same thing. This is what we do to each other.
I nitpick the shit out of your drinks.
Oh, my God. If I could send you to jail for...
But hey, your drinks are better because of it.
I know. So I'm not complaining.
I think in recent memory, the only drink that you have made that has been perfect from the jump that I like from the first time I tried it was the Windu.
Yeah. That was a one time ago. And it was just like, yep. Like,
That's it.
That's it. Like, maybe we tweaked it could have been better, but it's also like, how could this be better? Like,
Right.
No. So I don't think we actually said what we do in this little podcast because we went right into drinking.
Yes.
So we like to read stories about the hospitality industry, usually off Reddit, but sometimes off Facebook and sometimes through stories
Yes.
off our subreddit, which is subreddit or Reddit. Ugh.
Are you good?
No. And then we discuss it, talk about it, should have been handled differently, rate the story 1 through 5, 1 being your average Joe Schmo story and 5 being your holy shit. Let's talk about it right now.
Right.
And I'm just going to get right into mine. This is the Bartender subreddit. Informal Designer 39 posted 5 hours ago.
So recently.
So fresh. Like he's not even done writing the story before we
He's
read
probably
this.
still drunk, hasn't gone to bed yet. That's 5 hours ago. Was it 5 hours ago when you found the story? Or is it 5 hours ago right now?
5 hours right now when he posted it.
Wow.
So
Okay.
here's the title. Bartender gave me her number on my usual Thursday night. How long do I wait? Also, can I still go on my regular Thursday with seeming desperate? And I did literally read that correct.
Okay.
See?
Yeah, I see. Okay. Wow. Still, so definitely not still drunk,
No.
but
Unless he's
maybe
in the
drunk
UK.
again.
Yeah. Maybe.
Well, no, because if never mind.
Okay. Customer inquiry is the like title or like the subcategory.
Right,
of it.
right.
Hey all. So my usual bartender gave me her number on regular Thursday night. We've had great chats before, and I texted her a joke when I got home late Thursday. How long do I wait for her to reply? Also, can I still go on my regular Thursday without seeming desperate? Thank you. Here's the updates. There's 2 updates in 5 hours.
Oof.
Update 1. I didn't expect so many answers. Let me clear things up. 1. I'm a Thursday regular. I don't shit where I eat. I try to have their backs, to be honest. 2. I had no clue bartender was into me. It's their job to be nice. That I want to come back to. 3. Out of town woman happened before bartender gave me her number.
I'm curious.
Yep. 4. Grout joke. I mentioned to her that I just got done cleaning tile. She said she had to do it and hated it. I jokingly offered to do it for her in exchange for a beer. She accepted, but did this cool arm pump, then very discreetly handed me her number. 5. After receiving bartender's number, we chatted a bunch. I should have stayed, but it would have been 3 to 4 hours until close. I was ready to close out anyhow. So when I got home, I texted her. It was nice to chat. Thank you for being accommodating. Let me know when you need help cleaning that grout. 6. The photo I texted her was of my grout cleaning gear. Update number 2. I will be going on my regular Thursday night, regular time, acting cool as a cucumber and being me. Definitely going to feel it out and see how her grout project is going. Also, should I wear the green or burgundy crushed velvet suit?
Dude. Burgundy. But wait, is it like forest green or is it like lime green? Because forest green for sure. Yeah. Depending on what color your eyes are. What color are your eyes? I want to know that.
Lime green is pretty baller.
No, shut the fuck up. If your eyes are blue or green, you should definitely wear the green. But if your eyes are brown or hazel, you should definitely wear the purple or burgundy because they make your eyes pop. Also, what color is your hair? Because that would also make a difference. But either way.
So I think there's a lot of stipulations of where, like he goes, I didn't know the bartender was into me. Maybe she's not into you in that way that she just felt comfortable with you giving her number because you said you do grout and you offered to do it for her.
Yeah, you're right. Because
because he's a regular. It's not like a first timer.
Right. But also I'm just curious, like, what's your definition of into you? Because like maybe she's into you, like hanging out with you, right, but not maybe romantically, maybe not.
Right.
We're not necessarily, women aren't necessarily looking for people romantic styles, but maybe they're looking for people friend styles and you seem like a cool dude. But at the same time, if this bartender give you her number, that's big.
Yeah.
It's real big because we're talking about fish and pond scenario. Mm-hmm. Like if you're fishing in a stock pond, you're going to catch a fish,
right,
pretty much every time you go fishing.
Yep.
Because that's literally what it's there for. But if you're fishing in a river, you're not necessarily going to catch a fish because you don't know where the fish are. Mm-hmm. And so that like a bartender giving you their number is like fishing in a river, whereas a patron giving a bartender their number is fishing in a stock pond.
Right. And I know that firsthand.
Yeah, I know you know that firsthand.
I've had numbers and room cards handed to me before. I want to go back to the hotel, Julie.
You shouldn't have quit.
I would have been fired like 2 weeks later anyway, so.
Like she's interested in you in some way.
Right.
It's up to you to not be a fucking dick.
Or creep.
And expect sexual favors or... Yep. Like maybe she just thinks you're a cool dude and you want to hang out. Be a cool dude. Hang out.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But also she gave you her number.
Yeah. No, I mean like and sometimes I guess coming from me, it is hard for a guy to know what this woman is trying to communicate or tell me. Like, you know, like, and it's hard.
Like handing you a room key is pretty obvious.
Well, that's obvious.
Pretty obvious.
Come like we're gonna play Jenga, right? You know.
Hey, maybe Twister. But like, hey, call me sometime after we had a discussion about fixing grout as a transactional arrangement for beer. Sure. And then I think if that's what it all starts with, and then when you're doing the grout, maybe say, hey, do you want to go grab a drink sometime? Like, you know, maybe. Right. But there's so many variables into this. You just don't know until it happens. Right.
So, but yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting thing. And I get it because sometimes you just need to hear it from other people because sometimes you're looking too much into it.
Yep.
My problem is I was never looking too much into much.
You don't look into it at all. You're just oblivious.
I'm just here. I'm flirting with everyone. Not even flirting. No,
but that's the thing. Like bartenders, you are on. You said you wanted to come back to it where it was like, she's paid to be nice to me. Mm-hmm. You're paid as a bartender to be nice to the people you're serving. That's your job.
Right.
But like, it's not your job to give out your number. I think at the end of the day, we should answer the question, should you go back on Thursday?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Just you go back there as if nothing happened. Like, just, I mean, not say like you guys haven't chatted or whatever. Like,
right.
Just, like, there should be no awkwardness.
Right. Like if there's no text back, then pretend the text didn't happen.
Right. Yeah. Don't be mad at her. Don't go in there and be like, oh, you didn't text me back.
Right. Because again, she doesn't owe you anything.
Mm-hmm.
And she gave you her number and she'll text you when she's ready to have her grout cleaned. If that's what she gave you her number for, it's not necessarily it's not required for her to respond to you immediately.
Right. Yeah. I think I would definitely find a shirt that says, how's your grout?
Gross.
What?
That's the worst.
I'm grout.
Stop it. No.
Come on. I mean,
You're
so
done.
fun.
You're cut off. You
would fall for it. You would fall for it. Yes,
I would have said cut off and pointed at the door.
No, you would. You don't have the balls to do something like that.
Fair.
Yeah, exactly. I'm grout.
Can't with you.
Okay, on a rating scale, what do we rate this?
Partially because I want to have been a fly on the wall, I'm going to say this is probably, let's say a 4.
A 4?
Yeah, because a female bartender gave a patron her number. That in and of itself is high.
That's true. That is definitely true. I would say 3.2. I mean, it's a little bit above average because of that. That's definitely a way above a 2.5 for me. I guess like I want to know like in a month what happened.
Right. And I think that's why I rounded up to a 4 because like I'm invested in this story now. I want to be invited to your wedding.
We'll bartend your wedding. Wherever it is.
Right.
We'll come and bartend. Riley and Carl. Let's see here. Here's a comment. If you stop showing up Thursday, she's going to think she scared you off. If she hasn't responded by now, I'd chill until next weekend. Go Thursday like you pretend like nothing ever happened.
Right. Absolutely. Because sometimes, you know what? Sometimes we get text messages and we forget to respond to them. And sometimes shit happens. And sometimes maybe we're just waiting.
Because like he can go this next Thursday. Is she changing any of her interactions with you? Right? Is she being more standoff, not coming up to you as much anymore and just being a normal bartender? And she like,
Right.
So yeah. Good luck, bud.
This is the wild world of like flirting.
It's so hard.
I don't miss it at all.
I kind of miss it.
Do you?
Kind of.
It's your job.
Yeah, but like even when it's not my job, like throughout the years, I got more comfortable doing it, kind of. But it's like I don't know. Like I miss it, like a percentage,
What do you? First of all, I understand what you're saying, but also, second of all, what the fuck do you mean? Because you get flirted with all the time, and you don't even register it. It does not even meet your fucking radar that people are interested in you. Like, oh, this woman said this. I was like, she wanted you to go with her.
I don't know. Yes, I get to still do it because it's my job. And I even said this guy yesterday at we're talking about. He's like, oh, you're kind of busy right now. I'm like, oh, dude, this is nothing. It was like 40 people in here and 12 women were together in a group and they all got flights. That would be like hard to like, that would kind of suck because it takes a while to do that.
Yeah.
And then we're just talking about that comment I said. And I go, but hey, that's why they pay me to be charming and like to do this, like just to be charming and like, and he's like,
right.
You're right. I'm like, yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to be charming to be disrespectful. It's like, I'm trying to like fill time.
Right. Because I have to do all this work. I also have to make it an experience for you to make it worth your money.
Right.
Or worth the time waiting for it.
Right. And I'm never trying to like be charming, like, oh, be with me. And just more like say dumb jokes, like women that are over 40 and they say it's their birthday. I'm like, oh, how's your 25th birthday going? Like, I understand. They know I know. Like, I'm saying that for dumb, but they're like, oh, thank you so much. Also, you're really good at your job. But
Right.
yes, I know that.
It just makes them feel good
You're
because
right.
you complimented them.
Right. And that's what I mean by charming. Like, you're just filling time, talking. Like, I'm not even talking about just women, but men. Just like, that's part of the whole scheme.
Right.
And I still do that. But I'm saying being on the other side of the bar. Like, if we were single today and we were going to go out to a bar together to kind of go do that thing. Because we haven't done that in 10 fucking years.
That's true. I don't miss it a bit.
But you're telling me, though, it wouldn't be maybe a smidge easier now? Like, let's say if we, for whatever reason, our relationship ended today, in 6 months from now, you couldn't go do it a little bit easier and be a little bit fun?
No. Sounds like my idea of hell. Because I'm fucking 10 years older and fucking 80 pounds heavier than I was.
You're still beautiful.
Shut up. But it's also like I care about my peace more now than I used to.
I get that too.
And
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying every fucking Friday night, like you do the same thing, everything, but I'm saying like twice a year.
No, I'm just trying to read my book. Leave me alone.
Okay. Well, that's why we're getting divorced. You're reading books.
Is it?
No.
I was going to say, is it? If you know, you know. Okay, I guess we'll move on to my story. My story is actually another comment from the last... the story I read would have been, what, 2 weeks ago now? It's
hard to do math when you're doing this in the same day.
Yeah. It's from the user, I'm not a robot, are you? It was posted 2 months ago. I have this annoying old man regular that clearly comes in and wants to chat and wants attention. For a while, I dealt, considering that it's my job, you know? But I would classify him as an energy vampire, and he has no concept of other patrons needing my attention, even when I explain that to him. Anyway, he drinks Drambuie, and at our bar, all of the liquor is on a ledge over our head, basically on a shelf to show off. The bar is in the middle of the restaurant and is U-shaped. So in order to get a new bottle, I had to walk to the end of the bar to get our stepladder. Sometimes I don't need that if the bottle is close to the edge, but if it's against the back, barred opening for all the customers to see our nice bottles, I need the ladder. So he saw me try to reach the bottle, realized that I couldn't reach it, so this motherfucker uses his cane while my back was to him to push his fucking Drambuie to the ledge so I could reach it, all while not mentioning that he was doing so and my back was to him. The bottle fell, and because I'm athletic enough, I snagged that bottle midair before it shattered on top of my entire well directly below it. He thought it was so cool, started telling a story about how he helps women in the grocery store reach stuff on the top shelf with his fucking cane as if he's Captain America or some shit. I don't think I've ever looked at someone so dirty in my life, and I still have to see this energy vampire every Monday because our managers talk to him, and because he's been coming for 30 years and is 80 himself, so they feel pity. Fuck you, Greg.
Fuck you, Greg.
Man, I picked this story because of the term energy vampire.
Right.
I fucking love it. Everybody who works in the service industry knows an energy vampire. And I fucking woof.
Yep.
But also to have the nerve to be like, let me just use my cane to pull it for you and then have it fall.
Right.
I would be so pissed.
Yep. It would be hard when you had to turn around like, don't fucking do that again.
Right.
Like your Drambuie will come, which Drambuie is so good.
It is.
It's so delicious.
It is.
We do have some over there.
Yes, we do.
We also have 40-year-old Drambuie.
Yeah, but we're not going to open that.
50-year-old Drambuie.
From Mexico. We're not going to open that.
At some point we will.
No, we won't.
Yes, we will.
No.
You tell me we're going to die without ever opening a 50-year-old Drambuie?
It won't be good.
How do you know?
I mean, honey doesn't spoil.
There's enough sugar in that stuff there.
Honey and sugar. Maybe.
Anyways, I digress. We digress.
Yes.
Degrassi Junior High.
Degrassi. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that sucks. Like when these regulars, just because they think they're regulars, they can do this dumb shit all the time. Like come in an hour early before you open and just sit there and act as if nothing's happening, but they want attention still. It's like, or doing shit like this, like just, using your cane to pull a bottle forward.
Right. The top comment on that post or on that comment was sometimes you just got to dress a motherfucker down regardless of age or status. And agreed. Yeah. 100%. This dude has being a tall person, I understand like wanting to feel helpful when you can tell somebody can't reach something. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like I would never do that with a liquor bottle.
No.
Unless I was asked.
Right. And they're not going to ask you, hey, can you use your cane, Greg, and lift out a little poking forward for me?
Right.
Even though I have a ladder, I can do it in 10 seconds. The margin
for error is so fucking high.
Yeah. I mean, trust me. I know. I almost busted my fucking toe.
With a bottle of Contro.
Because I kind of did the same thing. I didn't walk into the liquor room to grab it. I kind of like reached my arm to go grab it. Like,
right.
Ugh. That still hurts. But yeah, I don't know. Like, there's not really that much to say besides that. Just like,
right.
When regulars just do things because they think they're regulars, they get to like do more shit. It's like, no.
Right.
Only my wife can do shit that she thinks she might not be able to get away with because we were together for so long.
Even still, I probably wouldn't try because I know boundaries. There is this thing called boundaries that people have that Greg obviously does not. And also fuck you, Greg. I don't know.
No, it's a good comment. It's because sometimes people just realize, or they don't realize just because you've been going there for 4, 5, 10, 30 years. Man.
What restaurant's been open for 30 years? That this guy is regular enough to have had Drambuie.
I don't know. But also like, man, how much money have I given this company drinking Drambuie here? That'll never be us because it'll never be a place that we've gone to for 30 straight years.
I mean, there might be if any of the places that we like make it that long. But like
Needs on the top of that list right now.
Seven Hills.
But we're not like regulars there. Like I'm thinking like your neighborhood bar where you're there 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah, we don't really do that. But again, we're also not the type of people to have a regular spot to go.
That's true.
We also are not the type of people to have date night. Like we don't have a specific day to do things, but that's also because you're in the industry and I'm in an industry that's similar.
Right.
Like we're not corporate 9-to-5ers.
And also I don't work at a bar that kind of has those type of regulars.
Right.
My regulars are once or twice a month, maybe.
Right.
So yeah, it's always interesting reading these kind of stories because I'm like, I would never deal with this shit. Like I would have to never deal with shit like that. But it's also, that's not true because I want to go into this more, but I'm not going to because it's my current ownership. And there are a couple of people that just like, they just have this entitlement where they just do shit they want. It's just like, no, you can't do that right now. Like,
right. Like, I mean, every establishment has an entitled patron that if you ask anybody who works there, they can name a person. It's like, this person is the worst.
Right. Yep.
They expect this every time, even when it's not an accommodation that we make.
Right.
And that's why we do this podcast.
It is why we do this podcast.
Because those people need to be shamed.
Or future asshole or future Gregs, not to turn into Greg. So they can be Steves because Steves are cool.
I disagree.
I just randomly said the name.
I have found that in my experience, the male equivalent to a Karen is a Steven or a Steve. But also maybe not. I don't know. Maybe now I will replace that with Greg.
What do we rate this story?
To have an 80-year-old regular is pretty
rare. And for
rare.
the motherfucker to catch the Drambuie before it caught, like,
right.
Like there's sometimes
when they don't know it's gonna fall.
Right.
That's impressive. So I mean, I would give this probably 3.5.
3.2.
Just for skill alone, but at the same time, like entitled patrons are.
And it's unfortunate they didn't really talk about the repercussions that Greg had.
Right. Well, they said that he was talked to, but he's still an energy vampire every Monday. At least it's a Monday though, when you're not like fucking packed.
Unless you're that good of a bar.
Maybe.
But just don't remember. Please don't be a dick or tip your bartenders.
No, please do
and
tip
never
your bartenders.
drink responsibly.
You always drink responsibly.
Never.
Always.
Never.
You need to be responsible and stop drinking right now.
Okay. That's your responsibility.
Don't be a dick. Tip your bartenders. Drink responsibly.
That's hot.